What's up, kittens? Good morning. Today I decided to drive to one of my favorite places on Long Island, down by the waterfront, and go for a walk. I originally wanted to do a hike. All parking lots were closed, so I just took it as a sign to go to the waterfront, enjoy it, soak up the deliciousness, because it is actually right now there's some cloud coverage. However, it was pretty sunny the whole time that I was down here. Nevertheless, I decided to actually record a little bit right here. One, because I just love being here, like with the water behind me. And also I was having like a lot of hesitation of being like, I'm not comfortable with vlogging right now. And I was like processing, like, why was I so uncomfortable when I knew that I wanted this background to be at least somewhere included. So this was kind of like me overcoming my fear and showing up for myself and being like, I don't care if there's people around, I'm going to record, because at the end of the day, when I go to edit this video and if I don't have something from this area, I'm going to be more annoyed. So that is exactly where I am right now. And going to be heading back, and I'm going to tell you, someone just walked by and I continuing to talk, and even that was like very uncomfortable. So this is a process, both the experience of vlogging and the experience of being so grounded in myself in many different situations, and essentially generalizing the ability to stay grounded and unbothered by other people and their projections onto me, or their judgments, or even like what's coming to me right now is literally just thinking like, I remember, I don't know if people still say this, and I don't know, maybe it's controversial, I don't know, how people would say like, if you're public speaking, just go ahead and think that everybody is like in their underwear or something. I'm going to try. My stomach is like getting uncomfortable. Like I feel like a little bit of hot energy while I say this, because this is going to be like a serious, well, it is the full moon in Aries, so the fire sensation makes sense. I digress. I'm going to attempt, and we'll see how this goes. I'm going to give myself compassion and grace and self-love to work through this. Instead of thinking that people are automatically judging me or criticizing me, I'm going to think that people are just wishing me well, and that they are genuinely just like, you go, you do your thing, I see you, I'm proud of you, all the love, blessings and abundance, because honestly, that's how I am trying to show up more and more every day in the world, of really just being authentically me, and with all the love, and from a place of complete love and non-judgment and non-attachment, just like being happy and sharing that with other people. And for me, like that, one of the things that helped me most was when I was in Miami, like I would say good morning to everyone, no matter what, and just kind of practice of like, what did it feel like to be a radiant being of light and give and be in service and with the intent of kindness and love, because I had no attachment of if that person did or did not say good morning back. I was unbothered by that experience, because there's a quantum possibility of maybe they didn't hear me. Maybe I wasn't speaking a language that they recognized as me being polite or kind or saying like good morning. Maybe that's not even their mode of communication. Like there's a million different ways. Maybe there was a car that drove by, or they were listening to a podcast. There's just like so many things. So for me, I am really going to do my best to reprogram my brain that if I see someone looking at me, or if there's people around and I'm getting uncomfortable, to think that they are automatically wishing me well and blessings and abundance, and are not going down the negative talk of judgment or criticism, because I am not available for those energetics. So for me, this is going to be a challenge. I know it. However, I still feel like this is something that is going to be very beneficial as I continue to show up and not be in the sense of what is it that everybody else is considering at that time, to really just be like, this is how I'm going to show up and this is how I'm going to feel. Because if I deviate from this experience, from the way that is feeling most aligned, then what am I missing out on for my own personal journey, because I'm so then pivoted into other people's universes. Yeah, it's okay. I see where this is going. All right, I'm going to stop here. I'm going to put a pin in it because I am rambling on, and also want to consider this a bit more of how am I going to implement this into my life? Because now I have this idea of a new behavior, a new mindset, a new way of being in the world. And I now need to decide, okay, well, how am I going to do that? How is that going to look? What is going to be my way of practicing? And what will I do if while I'm practicing, or because I also like the idea of eliminating the negative self-talk in a way of, if I don't follow through 150% of the time, because that's like my ego, that's like, for me, that's my ego trying to be Little Miss Perfect, and this shadow self coming up of either you're going to do it or 150% or you're not going to do it at all. So for me, I'm trying to find that balance of, if I'm provided the opportunity to do something where it's going to be in front of people, and I'm going to be thinking to myself and affirming that it's 11:11 in my alarm that says I choose love and non-judgment of all that occurs. That's a Bernstein quote. It's kind of funny that, well, it's the universe reminding me that this is essentially what I'm trying to do, is have that non-attachment, to have that non-judgment of other people onto me, and making sure that the universes are staying like as they are, separate. Like, I am focusing on what it is that I am trying to do, and while also being in gratitude and gratefulness and blessings and abundance towards other people, and shining that on them to be like, you got this, you got this. So for me, I totally did just zoom around because I forgot the exact point I was going at, because the alarm went off and then I got distracted. Anyways, what I am trying to say is that I'm going to now consider, and I'll use my drive back to do this, consider like, how am I going to actually implement this whole process? Oh, this is what I was talking about. If there's an opportunity that I am provided with that I do not actually take and do, like if I would have not gotten up, come down to where I wanted to be to have this particular background, because I was too concerned about what other people were thinking, that would have been a missed opportunity. So if I would have taken that route, what would I have done as a way to cope with later on maybe some of that negative self-talk of, oh man, I don't know why I didn't go down there. I wanted to have that, and I wanted to experience that. Like, I need to have a contingency plan in place, so that way I am making sure that I am choosing high vibrational options instead of being on that negative self-loop circling the drain. So with that, I'm going to put a pin in it here. I'm going to think about it, enjoy a little bit more of this beautiful area, and then it's time to get back to work, y'all. Catch you soon.